In this episode, we will talk about one of the bones that suffers the most injuries when riding downhill on a mountain bike, the collarbone.
Even on the road bikes, they just break it all the time. It's just like, and it's there. I guess collarbone is just the most useless bone in your body, you know. It's just here, holding a little bit your shoulder, and it's not really making anything special to you. And then when you crash, you just, most of the time you crash and then you just roll, or you don't roll enough and you just hit your side. And the collarbone is here, and it just, when the shock is huge, you just absorb it, but not enough, and just breaks.
If collarbone fractures or something like that happens, it's often the reason a bit lower. So they start with pelvical problems, very stiff thoracic spine every downhill, forcing this. So you have a very stiff thoracic spine, so in the breast spine. You're very stiff there. You don't have the ability to come in an upright position. I can have the strongest muscles here, but my shoulder is here in front because my thoracic spine is fixed. So here, humerus comes in front, and now I hit myself in that position. Where is the pressure going in? Collarbone. And then the collarbone makes like... This is why most common... Sorry about the sound.
It's not a big injury at the same time, which is cool, because we don't have any articulations, it's just here. Once it's all strong, you can just go back without having to do all the knee rehab or shoulder rehab, you know, so it's just annoying.
On the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup circuit presented by Shimano, nearly every rider has had at least one broken collarbone during his or her career.
Almost every single fracture of the collarbone may be treated conservatively without any surgery. However, there are special reasons where you have to do surgery, let's say an open fracture where the skin is injured, or severely dislocated fractures that have to have surgery or should have surgery. However, almost every collarbone fracture can be treated conservatively. It just needs more time. It's more painful in the beginning. The patient is not able to move the arm as good as with the surgery. If you have a collarbone that's fractured and you do a fracture fixation that's safe, you can start moving right away, and you cannot do that in conservative treatment. And that leads to, you know, a better motion after a quicker time.
It can be really, really fast, and it can be a nightmare. So one of the first collarbone I broke, I went too quick on a bike, and then for a year and a half my bone wasn't strong enough. And I can tell you, you need this bone, and it's important, because without it, it feels horrible, and you have all the muscle on it, and so it can be really easy and right after 2 or 3 weeks, but it's not a good advice to tell people to ride too quick. The body needs 6 weeks to get the bones fixed, so don't ride before 6 weeks.